Simplifying algebraic expressions with fractions. So this is a digital lesson and it walks students through the steps. There's several different examples, and then students are going to try some problems on their own. And then it finishes with a challenge problem. So example number 1, students are just going to add or subtract the numerator, keep the denominator the same, and then simplify their answer. So it starts out simple and gets a little bit more difficult as they go. So here's a couple of examples. Just add the numerators, denominator stays the same, and then simplify. Same thing on the next slide. And then students are going to try some on their own, and they're just going to type in the text boxes. Example 2, this is distributive property with fractions. They're given a couple of examples, and then they're going to try some on their own. Example number 3, students are going to change the order of the terms using the commutative property so that like terms are next to each other. So they're shown how to do that, and then they're going to do a few on their own. Example number 4, they're going to separate the fractions into 2 separate fractions and then solve. So it shows here how to do that. There's 3 examples. So they're just going to separate the 16x plus 8y into 2 separate fractions. And they've got a few to do on their own. And then example number 5, if the denominators are different, they've got to change one or both fractions into equivalent fractions with like denominators. So it shows how to do that here. They're just going to change one of the fractions so that they both have a denominator of 15, and then they can combine them. And then here's an example when they have to change both denominators. And then they're going to try a couple on their own. Now, the final challenge problem, students want to get a little challenge that you want to offer them a reward. So just a combination of several of these different methods. So that is the digital lesson, simplifying algebraic expressions with fractions.